Hello everyone. I just wanted to do a quick video to discuss some of the things about fluoride. Now many of you may have heard that fluoride is good for dental hygiene, good to prevent cavities. That's a very typical myth that we hear, and we hear a lot from dentists and from even doctors because apparently they're not as informed either about the health dangers that can be associated with fluoride. Now, fluoride, here's the interesting part, is credited with preventing cavities when it was added to the water supply. But around the same time that the US added it to many of the water supplies, Europe chose to forego that because of health concerns, and this was back even in the 40s. Interesting thing, both the UK and the United States, but actually a lot of Europe, not just the UK, saw the same reduction in cavities and gum disease that the US did at the same time, despite the fact that today, even 97%, I believe it is, of Europe does not fluoridate their water. If fluoride prevents cavities, then theoretically, the whole of Europe should just have a mouthful of cavities, right? But they in fact saw the same decline in cavities at the same time as US, the same percentage is pretty darn close. Well, the reason for all this is nutrition, right? Nutrition improved immensely from the 40s onward. The bioavailability, the availability of nutrient-dense food versus, say, just breads and rice and a lot of the things that were typically associated with the lower classes as far as diet goes. If your body does not have enough calcium, magnesium, vitamin D, plain and simple, you're going to experience some tooth decay. Now, the rate at which it happens can vary, but it will happen. Magnesium, calcium, and vitamin D are crucial, even a little bit of zinc, for building strong bones and teeth and maintaining it. You can use all the fluoride you want on your teeth, but if you're not getting those nutrients, I guarantee you're going to get cavities. Fluoride, interesting fact, is actually an industrial waste product. I will put some links below this video that you can follow to learn more about that. Fluoride causes health problems, particularly being we're on the subject of dental health. Fluoride causes what's known as dental fluorosis, and it can also lead to skeletal fluorosis. If you have one, you probably have the other. Skeletal fluorosis can show up on x-rays. I don't know how well doctors are at diagnosing that or seeing that or letting you know. They might just associate it with age-related bone degeneration. But what it can do, what it does, the dental fluorosis, it actually pits your enamel. So if you didn't have tooth problems before, you probably will. And I will also post links to more information about dental and skeletal fluorosis. There are so many health issues that fluoride is associated with, everything from hypothyroidism, which is low thyroid function, dental and skeletal fluorosis, cancer. It calcifies the pineal gland, which is the seat of the soul, very important if you're spiritual at all and you want to have that connection to God or source. It's an industrial waste product. It calcifies the pineal gland, and it helps aluminum and other heavy metals cross the blood-brain barrier, which in itself can, like for example, aluminum is a heavy metal. If you use it to cook, I would recommend you stop. The sooner the better. Do not buy aluminum canned foods. Buy frozen, buy fresh, buy in a glass jar or a box, but never ever buy aluminum canned foods, not only because of the BPA, but because of the aluminum. And if you're drinking fluoridated water or using fluoride toothpaste, it's helping that aluminum cross the blood-brain barrier, and guess what? That leads to Alzheimer's, dementia, any health issues related with the brain. It builds up. Aluminum is a heavy metal for the body and the brain. Aluminum's been linked to breast cancer. So you can only imagine, besides the dementia and Alzheimer's that it helps bring forth, you can imagine what else it might do to your body. But fluoride is basically the main culprit other than the obvious of the heavy metals. Fluoride does help those heavy metals cross the blood-brain barrier. Again, it calcifies the pineal gland, which is the seat of the soul, your third eye chakra, which is ironic that the Nazis used fluoride in the concentration camps. They used it to dull or sedate the prisoners, the Jews, or any other prisoners that they had within their concentration camps, because when your third eye, your pineal gland is shut down or blocked or just calcified, it dulls your senses, it dulls your willpower. So you can see where this is going. It's so deep. And most mainstream dentists will tell you, hey, yeah, fluoride's a good thing for your teeth. Yeah, get those mercury amalgam fillings. They're safe. Well, there's a lot of research that says otherwise, science that says otherwise. But what I recommend, because I always give a solution to these things, stop drinking fluoridated water. If you drink tap water, chances are it's fluoridated. What you can do at home, if you own a home, install a reverse osmosis filter. It costs a little money to do, but it's so worth it for your health. It is. You're gonna, especially when you consider all the medications that you'd have to be on after years of consuming fluoride. And by the way, your body can recover from fluoride. Here's how you do it. So fluoride, first remove it. Don't drink fluoridated water. A lot of bottled water is fluoridated too, so if you don't know, best to, what you should look for is if you buy purified water in the gallons or you do the refillable jugs, that's fine as long as it's reverse osmosis. That's the key. Reverse osmosis is the only way that fluoride gets removed from water if it's been put in the water. Those of you that have well water, chances are there's no fluoride. Or if it is the fluoride, then it's actually calcium fluoride, which is the natural fluoride that I'm not quite sure about that one. So I'm just going to say, I definitely know it's not as toxic as the chemical waste product that is fluoride. By the way, in case any of you forgot, check the back of your toothpaste if you use a fluoridated toothpaste currently. Because I guarantee you it says, if more than is used for brushing is swallowed, call poison control. Well, why does it say that? Fluoride is so incredibly toxic. It's slightly less toxic than arsenic, but more toxic than lead if ingested, or even if it's in the environment. Again, I'll post links about more of the history of fluoride, but it's basically a chemical byproduct of the factories. And before they put the scrubbers in the smokestacks to remove the fluoride so it didn't go out into the air, when it was going out into the air, it was killing livestock, killing plants. It was incredibly toxic, and they knew that. So they needed to find another use for it, because now they had to install these expensive, at the time, fluoride to scrub out the fluoride. So there's where you get fluorosilicic acid. They thought, let's sell it. Let's see if we can get people to believe that it is beneficial for something health-wise. Much like the same deceit that took place with radon, if you're familiar with radon. Same kind of story, but radon was so toxic because it was radioactive that people caught on quicker, and they realized that, in fact, when they were using it for beauty or for health, that it didn't take long for them to figure out that it was, in fact, doing the opposite. But fluoride has been so well sold to the public for so many years. But nutrition, not fluoride. It prevents cavities and maintains dental health as well as skeletal health and overall health. Nutrition. Brush with all the fluoride toothpaste you want, but if you don't have those nutrients in your diet, I guarantee you will suffer from cavities. And the cheaper foods do not have a lot of nutrients, and it's cheaper to buy 2 bags of chips than a bag of apples. So people on food stamps, people with low income, tend to buy less expensive food, therefore less nutrients in their body to maintain dental health and other areas of health too. if we were to believe that fluoride prevents cavities, then why is it not preventing cavities in the low-income people that probably consume more fluoridated water and use more, generally speaking, fluoride toothpaste? And even today they get, most people have some sort of dental coverage, even if it's through the county or whatever. So they're getting their fluoride treatments, but they're still getting cavities. And they're even on children, and they're still filling them with mercury amalgam fillings, is the subject for another time, because there's so much to cover. But like I said, so eliminating fluoride from your water, if you live in the city, if you can afford it, buy a reverse osmosis filter for your home and install it properly. Those of you who can't install a reverse osmosis filter in your home because you rent or what have you, buy purified reverse osmosis water. It is the only thing that gets the fluoride out of the water. It's worth it. You are what you eat, you are what you drink too. But back real quick to the pineal gland. If you've been consuming fluoride your whole life and you're ready to get off the fluoride train, other than avoiding fluoride in your diet and stuff, and this also includes sometimes water you cook with, that you should try to use good clean water. If you take turmeric capsules, either fill your own, organic, always organic with herbs. Either fill your own or buy good quality organic turmeric capsules to take, because it helps decalcify the pineal gland, which the fluoride calcified. Coconut oil also does the same thing, and anyone that has Alzheimer's or dementia, you need to be taking coconut oil and turmeric together, preferably, but if not both, then one or the other, because both of them help actually generate new growth in the brain. And despite coconut oil's high saturated fat content, which actually, again, a subject for another time, does not cause heart issues, despite what mainstream doctors think, the high saturated fat is actually what your brain is made out of. So your cholesterol medications, your statin drugs, that's why they're known to cause dementia, because they don't distinguish between the cholesterol that your brain is made out of versus the cholesterol that may be in your blood vessels or your heart. So that's important to note. Don't consume fluoridated water, so buy a reverse osmosis filter for your home and install it, or buy reverse osmosis purified water. Keep in mind that food and drinks already prepared that you buy at the store for convenience or whatever contain city water, basically, so fluoridated water. So that's not going to kill you once in a while, but if you're at home, if you install that reverse osmosis filter for your home, then even the water that you cook with will be fluoride free. And then coconut oil, a teaspoon or a tablespoon, depending on what you feel you need, once a day. And turmeric capsules, I'll post some links. I have a blog that I wrote a while back about fluoride. And for more information, Google Fluoride Action Network. It gives you the history, gives you all the health issues that are associated with fluoride, gives you the truth. It gives you the truth. That's the most important part, the truth. That's what I'm all about. I'm not trying to deceive anyone. I'm not a nurse, I'm not a doctor. I am a self-studied nutritionist, still studying always, self-studied herbalist. It's plain and simple. I'm trying to help you guys, and because I was helped by these changes. I had to make these changes because I was having health issues, and most of them have cleared up. They're pretty much all gone now, but for multiple reasons, and I will share those reasons. But one of them was the elimination of fluoride, and you know what? I've only ever had one cavity in my life. Well, thank you guys for watching the video. I hope it wasn't too long. Look forward to more videos from Karmik Channels Team. We're going to be covering a what is series, so we're going to do what is channeling, what is mediumship, and more. I'm going to be doing more on nutrition and other subjects related to health and everything holistic, because that's what we're all about. Please leave a comment, subscribe, or whatever you want to do, or even just share the video. We appreciate it. Thank you. Many blessings upon your journey.